Which should you be buying right now, gold or silver? Hey, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. Which should you be buying right now, gold or silver? This is a question that many stackers are asking themselves right now because they have seen the prices of gold and silver hit all-time highs. Well, silver was getting really close to $30 an ounce. Gold actually broke through its all-time high, breaking over $2,000 an ounce. And then to see a drastic pullback where right now we're sitting at $23 silver and we're sitting at around $18.70 for gold. So a lot of people are asking, which is the better one to be buying? Which should you be buying right now, gold or silver? So to answer that question, there's one thing that you want to keep in mind. Actually, there's a bunch of things you want to keep in mind. One thing, though, that you want to keep in mind is the gold-silver ratio. I've said time and time again, the gold-silver ratio is something that I don't necessarily put a lot of stock into. While it is a good metric for some people to help them gauge their buying patterns and what they're going to buy next, the gold-silver ratio really hasn't affected my buying patterns. But when it comes to the gold-silver ratio, for those of you that don't know what the gold-silver ratio is, it's basically a ratio between the total number of silver ounces, which would equate to a total number of gold ounces. So right now, as it sits at 82 to 1, that basically means that 82 ounces of silver is needed to equal 1 ounce of gold. So right now, with the gold-silver ratio sitting at 82, we saw that the gold-silver ratio not too long ago was at around 115, 120. And so what a lot of people like to do is they like to play the gold-silver ratio, where when the silver and gold ratio begins to tighten, a lot of people then feel like, okay, it's a good opportunity now for me to sell off some of that silver, take that money and buy gold. For me, again, I don't find this to be very useful. I do believe that the metals are kind of different in their own way. Silver is a lot more volatile. Gold is a lot more steady over the long term. I view silver basically as a metal to buy and sell for profit. I do it very frequently. And I do keep some in my stack just as almost like fractions of gold. Now, I did say in one of my videos that I was selling off all of my silver, and it does take time to do that. So as I was selling the silver off in waves, the prices continued to skyrocket. So I continued to sell it off in bits and pieces, made some profits, put that into some gold. And then as the silver prices started to come down, I have been buying some silver again, both to sell and both for like a long-term speculative play. Now, having said that, is it better to be buying right now gold or silver? You want to ask yourself a couple different things. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, how long do you plan on working? What is your retirement age? For me and a lot of other stackers, we view silver and gold as just another way of saving money. We do know that gold and silver is a hedge against inflation. And again, those of you that don't know what that term means, and you hear it all the time on various channels, basically means that every year, the dollar's buying power continues to weaken because we keep on printing more and more dollars. So with more dollars, we end up getting a weaker dollar. So every year, your dollar has less buying power. However, silver and gold, it basically locks in that wealth, locks in that buying power. So as that dollar continues to weaken, silver and gold continue to hold steady. So that is one thing that a lot of the stackers believe in, myself included. The other thing too is silver and gold act for myself as a very good mechanism for saving, because personally I do enjoy looking at my wealth in this form as opposed to digits on a computer screen saying what's in my bank account. But when I say to people that they need to kind of figure out how long they are working for, I do believe that silver and gold is something that you should be holding long term. If you're somebody that is thinking that you're just going to buy silver or gold now and then within a few months just sell it for a flip, you very well can just do that. But there's other ways to make money faster in that manner, like the stock market. So you want to ask yourself, how long do you have to retirement? So for myself and a couple other friends of mine within the stacking community, we all have around 20-25 years left until we decide to retire. So we believe that silver and gold is something that we're going to continue to stack and continue to enjoy this hobby all the way up until the time we retire. Some people say that they will never stop stacking, that they will keep stacking all the way up until the day they die, and whatever they have is going to be something that they're going to gift to their children or one very lucky niece or nephew or what have you. For me, I do view it though as something that I'm going to use as a supplement to my monthly income as I get older. When I retire, I'll sell some off, each month or once a quarter, and use that as some of my retirement fund. But when it comes to also right now, which should you be buying, gold or silver, you want to look at what your budget is. How much money do you have each month after your expenses, and what you are able to use as, discretionary income to buy some silver and gold. So while this is viewed as savings, you do have to convert your dollars into the precious metals. So in a way, yes, you are buying silver and gold with your dollars. However, those dollars are basically locked within the metal. So it's kind of like a weird thing there where you are saving money, right? Instead of just saving money in a bank account, you are saving it in precious metals, but you do have to buy the precious metals. So sometimes people will get in that mindset of, I just spent $1,000 on precious metals, I can't go buy XYZ. But when in fact you really didn't spend your money, you just changed its form. So you want to look at what your monthly budget is and what you can afford. When you are buying silver or gold, you need to take into consideration the premiums. Now, the premiums are the markup, the profits that bullion dealers and coin shops put on top of the spot price. So right now we are looking at a $23 silver spot price, and with silver being at $23, some places are putting $2, $3, $4, upwards of like $7 premiums on top of that spot price for silver eagles. So right now the silver eagles are going for around 30, 31 bucks, give or take. And gold has, in my opinion and other people's opinion, has a little bit less of a premium on them when you compare apples to apples. The one thing too that I favor with gold is, like I said, it is not as volatile as silver. So for me personally, I do like the peace of mind knowing that gold is going to kind of be a little bit more of a steady beast over time, that it's going to continue to rise over time. It's not going to have all those crazy ups and downs like you would see with the silver. So I do tend to favor gold a little bit more. The other thing too, again, is going back to that gold-silver ratio comment that I was discussing a moment ago. Right now, with it sitting at 82 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold, you can kind of basically go either way right now. So personally for me right now, what I am doing is I still continue to favor gold. I'm still buying gold more than I am buying silver, just because I do like how it looks. I like that you can pack more wealth into smaller coins, and I do like the fact that it is steady. But the one thing is, with the gold-silver ratio sitting at 82, you can kind of go either way. Some people feel that once the gold-silver ratio kind of closes down to 60 or even 50, that silver is going to be too expensive, and that it basically, at that point in time, that gold is going to be the one that you should be buying fully. I do tend to buy some silver now if I find a good deal. I did buy some of these silver eagles very recently. In fact, just a couple days ago, I bought Silver Eagles. I bought 60 of them for around $29 a piece. Actually, not for a round. I did buy them for $29 a piece. Now, these are dinged up. These aren't BU. They're secondary. You can see there's some toning on the edges there. And this, here, major breakthrough, guys. Look at that. I'm actually touching this with my bare hand. Why is that? Because these were actually already handled from a couple owners previously. But I am buying silver when an opportunity presents itself. I am buying high premium silver like this to flip when the opportunity presents itself. But when it comes to my own personal stacking, and when it comes to saving, and what do I think is better right now, and which you should be buying right now, gold or silver, I do still lean a little bit more in favor of gold, but I do think that you should be buying both right now. I think you should be buying both. And whatever ratio you want to work into your own spreadsheets and your savings and your strategy, if you want to do, for every 50 ounces of silver, you're going to do 1 ounce of gold, or for every 100 ounces of silver, you're going to do 1 ounce of gold. It's entirely up to you. It depends on whatever your strategy is. I would have to crunch the numbers myself to see where I sit exactly. I think right now, actually off the top of my head, I have about 500 ounces of silver, and I'm sitting on around 22 ounces of gold. So what is that, like? Oh my God, math is not my strong suit. You guys do the math. What does that come to, in terms of my own gold-silver ratio? It's different for everybody. So you could certainly, play with the numbers and see what works best for you. But in my opinion, I do think you should be doing a little bit of both, but I still am kind of more in favor of gold right now. I just love this stuff. You know what I mean? And I hope this helps you. You don't always have to buy also like American Silver Eagles, and the high premium stuff. You could buy the Constitutional Silver. A good friend of mine and we went to the coin shop, and I helped him pick out a variety of stuff. He's brand new to stacking. I helped him pick out some gold, got him some Silver Eagles, got him some generic silver and some Constitutional. I think you should be basically buying a blend of various items within the precious metals market. But to answer the question, which should you be buying right now, gold or silver, and to come up with like a definitive answer, I would say gold. Right now, I would say you should be buying gold. That's my opinion. Take it for what you want. I do think you should be buying both, but if I have to pick one or the other, I'm buying gold. And I just want to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Check out these videos. Until next time, long live the Empire.